Hello and welcome back to some more Total Tank Simulator sandbox gameplay. In today's video we're going to be doing quite a lot of this. So as you can probably guess from that, this Total Tank Simulator video is going to be all the classified units from all the different nations fighting each other, just like we did for the conventional units, to see who has the best classified units. Now, the only difference being that the last one, we had unbalanced points, we just had one of each unit. This time, we're actually going to balance it so that they have the same amount of points overall. So just like in the last video, we're doing 3 1v1s, Germany versus USSR, then USA versus UK, then France versus Poland, and then they will go through to 1v1v1 free-for-all. And the way that we're balancing their points this time is we're going to put down their most expensive units, and then we're going to use a combination of their cheaper units to bring them as close to 10,000 points as we can get. So you'll see we got the Rata and we got the Die Glocke, we got a Triple Fuga, I have never been able to pronounce that, and then we got some troop transports and a Ho 229s, which brings them up to 10,000. And then you can see on the Russian side, their units are obviously cheaper. So we got two of these, a bunch of dogs scattered throughout, and then a fairly significant air force, actually. And then this is a balanced way of figuring out 10,000 points are as close to who has the best classified unit. Okay, I've pressed start. I honestly don't know what's going to happen here. I really don't know who's going to win this. But this thing's probably not going to survive long because it's such a massive target. And there we go, the paratroopers are in. And there's some weird glitchy graphics which does tend to happen when you get the Die Glocke and the Triple Fuga. Oh wow, that's 4,500 points gone for the Germans. And I reckon the Rata's probably not far behind. Some paratroopers landing on the beach. And I don't know where the dogs are gone. Oh, but the Rata's down. Oh, this is going to be a convincing victory for the Russians, which I wouldn't have expected and probably wouldn't have been the case if we hadn't done balanced points. Okay, it looks like their troop transport is going to try and kill them now. Oh my god, what is this guy? Oh, wow. Those guys survived, but only just. Okay, what have they got left? Oh, they've still got this left, though. This thing just looks absolutely mental, doesn't it? Oh my god, he's going for the dive bomb. I don't know what he was thinking there, but he went for the dive bomb, I think. Now, interestingly, they still got these Ho 229s knocking around. But, oh, look, there's just so many tanks. So there's so many tanks. Oh, the pilot's trying to take down a dog. There's a dog in it. Oh, my God, the dog got him. The kill radius on those dogs is absolutely nuts. We did some damage, but there you go. The Russians are through to the next stage. Okay, next up, we have the USA versus the UK. And it's going to be an interesting one because the UK is basically entirely Air Force with radar stations, horses, and a Grand Slam bomber. And on the other side, we've got a Pegasus base, a Trinity bomber, and then a bunch more troop transports. So this is actually going to be a really interesting one. Oh, of course, the Pegasus base is spawning F-16s. But it doesn't really matter because these radars are going to take out so many of the planes so quickly. Oh, I wonder if the Brits, the SAS, are going to be able to capture the Pegasus base. That would be really interesting, actually. Look at them. They are all down there. That's going to be a valuable target to capture if they can. Oh my god, that's a lot of... I would not want to fight that many SAS soldiers. Normally they rock around in groups of 4, but you don't want to be fighting an entire division of SAS infantry. Okay, but then again, the Americans are on the other side. The Americans have started taking up refuge in this house on the UK side, and all the radar stations are down. There's a bunch of Americans slowly making their way up. I don't know where all of the Brits have gone, actually. I really don't know where they are. There's a bunch more Americans here. Oh, well, it's just Americans all over the place. Okay, there you go. Victor number 2 is a USA. So far, the Russians and the Americans have gone through. Okay, last but not least, we have France versus Poland. And this is actually interesting. For some reason, just in the back of my mind, I'd kind of counted both these teams out. But the Maginot lines are really OP. But they're going to be useless from back there against the Polish Wawels. So I'm actually really interested to see who wins this one. But there's going to be a lot. And also, the Polish infantry, which, by the way, is absolutely everywhere right now. If they can get up close and personal with these, then they're really in with a shot of winning this. In fact, actually, if you look at that, they're all over the place. Have the French infantry dropped in next to the Wawels? The French infantry have to close the distance and take these guys out now, or they are going to lose. Oh my god, there's planes just dropping left, right, and center. There's a whole ton of French infantry around here. Actually, the paratroopers and Wawels combined have actually done an excellent job of taking out those Maginot lines. I really would not have guessed, but there you go. Polish infantry is their expertise, right? So, yeah, they've cleared them all out. They've literally cleared all of them out. I'm really impressed, actually. Let's look at the scoreboard. Who's winning this? Yeah, it looks like a convincing victory for the Poles so far. We got some French infantry over here. Can these French infantry do anything, though? That's the real question. Against those Vavels with cluster bombs like that, no, is the answer. Almost definitely. Look at that. Look at that. There we go. Okay, so our winners are the United States, Russia, and Poland. We're going to go through to the final 1v1v1 now. But before we get to the final, if you've not subscribed to the channel and you're enjoying this Total Tank Simulator video, please do consider subscribing. And if you're just passing through, please also take a second to just hit like down below, because it really helps the video get out to more people and brings more people into the Total Tank Simulator community. Okay, on to the final now. We have Russia, we've got USA, and we also have Poland in the final. Now you can see here the Americans again, almost entirely just troop transports and spawners down here, and then artillery and again troop transports for the Polish. But I guess the Russians have got the most well-balanced kind of team. Look at this classified unit army right here. And then once again, just for the very last unit for the French, there is a single rifleman down here just to make sure the free-for-all can go ahead. But this is going to be an absolute scrap-up, and this is going to let us know who has got the best points per points value classified army. Let's press H and let's start. I have absolutely no idea who's going to win this. But what I can tell you is there's a lot of paratroopers in the middle. Oh my good lord. That is a lot of paratroopers, and they're all lobbing grenades before they've landed. Now that's where the Poles are really going to have their advantage, because they're just going to be able to close the distance on these bigger units really quickly and kill them. So the Russians aren't really... Yeah, I don't think the Russians are going to get it here. It's going to be between the Poles and the Americans, which I never thought I would have said, but points value, it kind of makes sense. The atomic bomber is still flying around. I wonder if the Poles... But it appears to be team killing. Oh, it's trying to protect itself, actually. That's what it's trying to do. And look, some of the troop transports, the Dakotas, have actually landed. Oh my god. That is rather unfortunate, I'm not gonna lie. But the Russians are trying to capture this, even though it's going to do nothing for them. We're basically down to American versus Polish infantry. Value for money, it looks like... Oh, look at this wall of Americans running in. The Poles have the better infantry. That's what I think is going to be the distinguishing factor. And they've also still got this spawner. So long as this spawner is still up, which the Russians are desperately trying to get to, that might give them the edge. But what about the Vavels? Oh, look at these little campy nerds. Look at them. Okay, so those Vavels are still winning that engagement over there. But, oh, it looks like the Americans have won this one. So are there any more Polish infantry? Yes, there are some down here. But that spawner, they need to deal with that spawner, because otherwise that's just going to continually replenish the Americans with, let's be honest, not amazing units. But, I mean, this M1 Abrams is definitely going to be an asset. These Vavels are it, though. Oh, God. It looks like the artillery, the Vavels are firing in on the American infantry now, which is going to be the difference right there, because that was a big hit. Yeah, look at them. They got anti-aircraft guns on them, which are just absolutely nuts at anti-infantry as well. So, in fact, they're actually... Anti-aircraft guns in Total Tank Simulator just seem to be pretty amazing at everything. Okay, let's look at this F-16. Or these F-16s. Oh, this guy's landing in a very unfortunate position. I wonder, is this M1 Abrams actually going to be able to do some damage against these Vavels? No, it looks like he's just getting DPM'd into nothingness. Oh, but one of the infantry is getting close. If he gets that grenade off, that could genuinely make the difference. That was probably a big grenade. I bet that guy's low on health now. Okay, they're definitely lower on health than they were. Yeah, again, these guys, they desperately need to deal with this spawner, because otherwise there's just going to be infinite troops coming out right here. And this M1 Abrams, I'll tell you what, they're actually having a very hard time taking down this M1 Abrams. It's taken them a fair old while, and the M1 Abrams is actually potentially going to drop one of these Vavels. That's the first one down, and I'll tell you what, the other three don't look like they're on particularly good health. Oh, but that guy's armor is finally down, so he is down, but it doesn't matter, because they've got another one over here on full health, and the scoreboard is starting to tell us all we need to know. I'll tell you what, maybe they're actually even out of ammo. Oh my god, yep, that was an F-16. I told you it wasn't my flying. The F-16s are just mental. Okay, that's the last Vavel right there. One more shot, and that's gonna be it. One more shot, there we go. I think that's the USA victory. There we go. There's your answer. Point for points, the USA actually win that, which I really wouldn't have thought. I guess it's the spawner just gives them the edge. But once again, guys, if you have not already subscribed to the channel and you enjoyed that Total Tank Simulator video, please do subscribe. And don't forget to like the video down below if you enjoyed the video. And if you would like to see some more Total Tank Simulator videos, then the card in the top right corner of the screen right now will take you to my favorite Total Tank Simulator video so far. And there will also be 2 end screens coming up right now, which will give you 2 videos that you can potentially watch next. Thank you very much for watching.